Presentation.
Strong words from Governor Andrew Cuomo yesterday criticizing his own education department for its implementation of Common Core. The governor saying in a statement that reforms may be needed and saying he plans to appoint an advisory board to investigate. 1 in 5 New York students opted out of Common Core just last school year. And here to discuss the governor's education address is Superintendent of Schenectady City Schools, Larry Spring. Good afternoon, and thank you for being with us.
Thank you for having me.
What was your reaction to the message yesterday from the governor?
Well, I had mixed reactions to that. I think it's a good thing that he's calling for that review. I think that there is a comprehensive review that's needed, but I also think that he's quite purposefully avoiding the central issue around the opt-outs and that notion of the test being used for a purpose other than to improve student learning, namely it's being used to evaluate teachers and principals. That's the issue that parents have. When the tests are being used for some other political purpose, they begin to feel uncomfortable.
And this is not the first time the governor has put together a panel or a commission to address some of the issues. Now we have another commission that's being formed to take a look at all of this. Do you think that that will go anywhere and that the changes that you think need to be made will actually come to fruition?
I think that there will be some changes made, but again, I think that the central issue, it looks like he's trying to skirt that and avoid that. I think that it will be very difficult for him to back off of that because he's been so vocal about the need for that, tying the test to teacher evaluation. So I really don't see that change coming yet, but I think it's a central cry from the parents that they feel they're not going to be able to trust that system until the tests are really just about the children and not these other purposes. What
do you think needs to be done?
Well, I think that you've got to separate these issues out, and so the Common Core often gets conflated with, the New York State testing program, the APPR, the teacher and principal evaluation system, and I think we have to separate those pieces out and recognize the Common Core is a set of standards, and let's take a look at that and how do we roll out and create curriculum associated with that. Let's take a look at teacher evaluation as its own separate thing. That we have to problem solve and figure out how we do that, and then let's look at student assessment and keep that in line with what the American School Psychologists Association recommends for good, healthy student assessment. And if we follow those guidelines, I think parents will be very happy with the assessment system. I think that if we are thoughtful about a teacher evaluation system that's not conflated with other things, that teachers will feel they've been treated fairly. And I think, frankly, the standards all by themselves are pretty solid, but they could always use a review.
All right, Larry, thank you so much for being with us. I know school is in 5 days for you. It's a busy time, so thank you for taking the time out today.
Absolutely. Thank you.